We live in a world that rewards results, not reasons, and yet, every single day, millions of people wake up and surrender, not to defeat, but to excuses. They surrender not because they can't, but because they convince themselves they shouldn't. They let fear masquerade as logic, doubt disguise itself as prudence, and comfort parade around as wisdom. They kill dreams before they ever take their first breath. They don't fall behind because they're not capable. They fall behind because they believe the excuse more than they believe in themselves. But let me ask you something. What if we stopped doing that? What if we refuse to give power to those quiet, sneaky justifications that slip into our minds and talk us out of becoming who we are meant to be? What if we stopped negotiating with our limitations and started challenging them? Excuses are seductive. They're comforting. They offer a way out, a softer path, a shield from potential failure or judgment. They tell us, you don't have enough time, you're not ready, you don't know how, someone else will do it better. They sound reasonable. They sound like they're protecting us, but they're not. They are the prison walls we build for ourselves, brick by brick, word by word. Every time you say, I can't, or I'll try later, you lay another brick. And over time, you look around and wonder why you feel trapped. Now, imagine tearing down those walls. Imagine standing face to face with the challenge, stripped of every excuse, and choosing to act anyway. That's what it means to lead. That's what it means to live. Because real leadership, the kind that inspires others and transforms lives, doesn't come from perfection. It comes from courage. The courage to do what's right even when it's hard, to move forward even when you're uncertain, to show up even when you're scared. Excuses don't come from our strengths. They grow in the gaps of our fears. But here's the truth. Fear is not the enemy. It's a signal. It's a sign that you're standing at the edge of something meaningful, and every excuse you make is a detour away from that edge, away from the place where growth happens. Killing excuses isn't about pretending fear doesn't exist. It's about refusing to let fear have the final word. Simon Sinek once said, "People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it." If that's true, and it is, then what excuse do you have for not showing up with your why? What excuse could ever be more powerful than your purpose? When your reason for acting is bigger than your reason for hesitating, you win. Every time. This speech is about reclaiming your power. It's about taking ownership of your choices. It's about killing the excuses that have killed too many of your dreams already. From this moment on, you are not the product of your circumstances. You are the architect of your response. You are not the sum of your failures. You are the author of your next chapter. Excuses have had their turn. Now it's your time. Some people wait for the perfect moment, the perfect set of circumstances where everything aligns, the stars are shining, the risks are low, and the rewards are guaranteed. But that moment, it never comes, because greatness doesn't wait for convenience, and purpose doesn't ask for permission. The people who make the biggest difference, the ones who lead movements, who change lives, who create impact, they don't wait. They start. They take the first step even when they can't see the second. They speak even when their voice shakes. They try even when success isn't promised. They understand that excuses are the enemy of momentum. And momentum, however small, however shaky at first, is the beginning of everything. You don't build a legacy on intentions. You build it on action, on showing up consistently, imperfectly, and unapologetically. Every day you choose action over excuse. You get closer to the life you were meant to live. Every time you push back against that inner voice telling you to stay small, you grow, you lead, you inspire. Not just by what you achieve, but by the courage you model to everyone watching. Because trust me, someone is always watching. Whether it's your team, your family, your friends, or your future self, they're watching to see whether you'll choose growth or comfort. And every excuse you kill, it lights the path for someone else to rise too. So now it's your turn. No more waiting, no more justifying, no more hiding behind later, someday, or maybe. Excuses have stolen enough from you. Enough time, enough confidence, enough opportunities. It ends here. Right now, you decide. You decide to rise above the noise, to confront the fear, to silence the voice that says, you can't, and replace it with one that says, watch me. This is the moment where the story changes, not because the world makes it easier, but because you choose to get stronger. You choose to lead, to act, to step forward without every answer, but with every ounce of your resolve. That's what makes leaders, that's what makes history. Kill the excuse, ignite the purpose, and never look back.